Hello and welcome to yet another episode of Maza Bitcoin. Today, I'd like to share something that came out in the news 2 days ago. I'll share it now. It reads, Bitcoin price to rise above $20,000 in 2020, says BitPay's sign. So this is from Forbes magazine. Forbes also wrote an article, or a few articles, stating that Bitcoin is the world's new gold, and that this year there should be a large upswing in its price, and that because of the halvening. The halvening is when the daily supply of Bitcoin's amount for sale, which is currently 1,800 coins per day, gets cut in half at the end of May. When this happens, typically there's a run-up in the price in the following months, and sometimes in the months running up to that time. So look at this cool car here. Can you see it? Oh, here, guys, motorcycle's pretty cool. Okay, so they're talking about Bitcoin's possible a new all-time high for Bitcoin sometime in 2020. The all-time high, the highest price Bitcoin has ever been, was 20,000, almost 20,000. Here goes the motorcycle, 20,000 US dollars. Look at that rig, look at that giant rig. That's a motorcycle van. Pretty cool. Can haul lots of things, very useful. There he goes. Come on, mister. Move your van. Yeah, cool. I love that. All right. So yes, this news in whether it be Forbes magazine or reports from larger institutions around the world, we have to all keep in mind that these institutions around the world are telling everyone that Bitcoin is a scam. That's the media. 这个媒体一直说比特币是不好的东西，是骗人的东西，但是它并不是。然后过一阵子，过几个月后，他们被发现了。Every time people in the media, people in banking, it's always the same people, a list of bankers, right? And Paul Krugman of the New York Times, they don't want you to be successful. This world has never wanted its people. The governments of this world never want their people to be successful. Because if you are successful and have a lot of money, then perhaps they must compete with you, right? So this again is another reason have written The Bitcoin Effect. Now in this book I've written, The Bitcoin Effect, there's a lot of things I write about Bitcoin. It's not just a technical book. The book is slightly technical, and I would say somewhat artistic, meaning I'll add writer's embellishment, what I believe will be the effect of Bitcoin on we humans' experience in this life and in this world. It's going to be huge. It will be, and there's nothing the powers that be, the people that control our governments, can do to stop Bitcoin. If there was something they could do to stop Bitcoin and what's happening with the decentralized money that they do not control, they would have done it. They would have killed it by now. Just do your research. I make this video, a lot of times I'm making these videos to try to emphasize to people, 我要人家就是大家知道比特币这么那么重要，然后，哇，就是let everyone know why this is so important to the humans to have control of your own money. That's non-confiscatable. It can't be taken from you. It's non-taxable. Of course, if you're a government of a country, you don't want something like a technology where people can control their own money and do business between each other, because when you do business with a private person in Bitcoin, they can't tax that exchange. See, that's the point. They cannot tax the exchange. Every time you buy a pack of gum at a store, they're taxing you. Every time you do anything, there's a tax built into your purchase. That is one serious way, that is one very real income for the governments to, you know, pay for roads. But I mean, of course they abuse this power. People need to pay for roads. People need to pay for schools. People need to pay for parks. I'm not insinuating that people do not need to pay any tax. 我也觉得人一定要付税啦，要有公园，有学校，有不同的东西。你卖一个小东西也可以付税，但是一定要公平一点。What happens is people end out they abuse this power. 他们被这个权利被虐待，就是我们被虐待，因为他们的权力太大了。So they have too much power, and they use this power, just like the fact that in the PNAC agreement in the United States in the late 90s, they wrote something called the PNAC agreement, whereas they talked about they wanted to give freedom. They want to give freedom to Syria. They want to give freedom to Afghanistan. They want to bring freedom to Iraq and Iran. Is it they want to bring freedom to these countries, or is it that they want to force these countries to use the Rothschild banking system, which every country uses around the world except for now a few? And one of those few countries that do not use the American banking system, it's called Iran. And what just happened in the news? Iran was bombed. Please, everybody, do the math. Do the simple math. If Bitcoin were just a passing scam, then after it hit 20,000 and went to 3,000, why did it go back to 14,000? If it were a scam, why would it keep going? Maybe there's something more to it. So that's what this channel is about, to let people understand what income tax is. It's an illegal law to steal the money that you've made, to let people know what inflation is, which is an illegal act. It should be illegal for them to print money at just to the benefit of those people who control the money. If it controls the people, 就是赢出来多一点钱，那你很辛苦做工作，你一直存那个钱，那你存下去的钱，你生的那个钱就越来越虚弱。Your money becomes more and more valueless as time goes on. And that's a built-in feature. I tell this to people all